Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to another interview from our interview series with successful business analysis practitioners. Today we will be interacting with Gomathy, who is a CBAP certified business analyst, and will listen to her wonderful journey of becoming CBAP certified. Hi Gomathy, good morning. How are you?
Hey, hi Nitin. Good morning. I'm good. Thank you.
Before we begin, let's talk about yourself, Gomathy. What were you doing professionally before becoming CBAP certified? So if you can talk about your some professional experience, that would be really great.
Sure. I have total of 16 years of experience. I started as a mainframe developer, and down the course, somewhere 8 years down the line, I decided business analyst is my passion. And then I moved to business analyst stream, and then a principal business analyst now in the private sector.
Okay. Okay. How has been the journey of becoming CBAP certified? What has changed after becoming CBAP certified? Things have become different, or is it still the same?
I think the first thing is confidence in me that I'm able to accomplish something considerable, right? Over a period of time, we keep working, and at one point of time, this is a big challenge that I wanted to attack for a long period. You put in a lot of effort and get through that. That personal accomplishment, now I feel more confident about taking up challenging tasks, right? So that personal confidence was one. The other one is the outside of people who look at me, right? I have a team of 9 PS reporting to me. So when I talked about the journey, they're all inspired, and there were people who were trying to attempt it as well. So it set us an inspiration. So that's again a difference and recognition from the institution as well that I've gone through this. I think those are all the significant difference I did see. But personally, it's accomplishment for me. That's the foremost thing.
That's really great. I'm happy that it benefited you, that CBAP benefited you. Now let's talk about why did you decide that CBAP is the certification you want to go for?
Okay, so when I started this business analysis journey, right? So I looked upon what are the few certifications, like any, development or anything for the matter. People will look for how to get them accredited. So similar way, I looked at certification. So this CBAP was the topmost rated, and it was like if you're CBAP certified, it gives you an level of accomplishment where you are. So this was in my bucket list for long. And finally, one day I decided, okay, I'll have to take this and do this because I kept pushing on aside because there were several other things. You have work, you have household, I have 2 kids. And with all that, it was very difficult to take up this. And when it was external, because I always added in my personal development plan, I like to do it. But one fine day, it is not about personal development, it's about for me. That is when I thought, okay, I'll go pursue this.
Yeah, it might have been really tough, Gomti, managing work, managing family, and then preparing for CBAP. So let's talk about those challenging situations which you faced during this course of preparation.
Okay, by challenges in the first time, any task that you take, being disciplined and being consistent in doing right. So that took initially some time to set into the rhythm, and then during the course also taking a tough task like CBAP, there is a spike in your motivation level. You get frustrated over a point of time, like when I did my mock one and mock two, I had a plan myself that I'll do on this day mock one, mock two, and then I'll give 3 days gap, mock three, mock four, and then I had a hard date for CBAP. But after my mock one and mock two, I was on the same mark as 60 percentage, and I felt confident in preparation, but did not reflect in the mark. So which means that I'll have to go back and revisit. So that moment of no, I have to revisit my plans and adapt was the most challenging part of the whole journey. I believe everybody who take up CBAP will definitely have this kind of frustration, but they'll have to come back and then keep up their journey rather than just losing the hope.
Agree. It's the sheer determination which keeps moving you forward towards your goal. And how long did it take you to prepare for this course? Because it's not an easy certificate. It takes a long time to prepare. So, what was your experience when it comes to the duration of preparation?
I started it with Techcanvass enrollment. So the moment my first session with Techcanvass was when I started with it. That was in April first week. So
Okay.
as and when I started the session, that is when I started reading the book, getting into it. So from there on, it is close to 4.5 months. I did my CBAP on September 16th.
Okay. Okay. That's not a long time. That's kind of, manageable. So how did Tech Canvas help you? What did you find most interesting? Was it training, question bank, or the overall course material?
I think it's a blend of everything. The first thing that surprised me about Tech Canvas is when I enrolled for Tech Canvas, I was in the understanding, okay, it is the training and then it is all by myself. So I'll have to prepare
Mhm.
on my own and then prepare. But the support that I got from Tech Canvas in terms of, if there is a concern with the LMS portal, there was immediate support to get that sorted. A support from
Mm.
my trainers. So whenever I messaged them, I got response in terms of queries, clarification. It was continuous support until I took my CBAP. So I think it was more connected to till the end, right? Now I feel more of a, with a community and all, I feel more like a family. And with respect to materials, to me, the training was really helpful because that was when I got an insight of what WebOps is. And
Mm.
after mock 2, I did a revisit of training. I think the recorded training is a good idea because we could revisit that. And question bank as well was good because initially I was thinking, should I really go for watermark? Because everywhere when you read about CBAP, there isn't one more question mark that's been talked about. So will it be exhaustive? Will I take it? But I think I felt taking up due diligently the CBAP mark questions in Tech Canvas was quite good, and the PPTs as well. I did a revision and all. I think holistically
Okay.
the content of Tech Canvas really helped me, and that was the only content that I relied on for CBAP.
That's the. I mean, we are really happy. Your success is our success. So we are really happy that you found the content useful and you were able to achieve your goal. Any tips before we wrap up? Any tips which you want to share with the aspirants who are preparing for it?
Okay, so one thing that really helped me is I created a mind map. So about the knowledge areas, task, input, output, and then the list of elements. This is something that even when you wake up from a sleep, if you ask, you're supposed to remember those. So I created a colorful mind map of those, like 6 colors for 6 knowledge areas in an A3 sheet, and I stuck it in a place where it is really visible for me in the cupboard.
Mm.
So irrespective of my preparation, I went on to this every day, morning and night. So I kept recalling that every time. I think this was just part of my preparation, apart from my regular routine. So that really helped me. So to recall elements, which is the core of thing, you'll have to. It is not about memorizing, but connecting the dots as well. So initially, it might look daunting, but over a period of time, you'll be able to connect the dots and you'll be able to logically recall why there is an input here, why there's an output, why these are guidelines.
Mm.
So I started from there to trying to recall. To the end, I was able to connect the dots and recall, but my purpose was to recall. I think that was one good thing that helped me. And the second thing is practicing with the question bank. So my 60% of preparation was with the question bank. So I would
Okay.
take a question for 15 minutes, but I would spend 1 hour analyzing what went wrong, how could I do it differently, and using those answers to go back and read. Because reading linearly is kind of boring over a period of. You cannot keep reading
Mm.
alphabetical order of techniques. So what I did is I did different ways of technique. If I see a keyword, I'll go back and see what a keyword means, though it is not part of the question. That was the kind of strategy that I used. But I would suggest, along with question bank, you come up with your own study strategy to attack it rather than just plain reading and doing question bank. So each people will have their own flavor of mode of study, but you'll have to use that and see how you could make this interesting and then read through. I know this is very theoretical and so, but you'll have to find your way to get that done. So for me, this worked. So rather than reading linearly, I once collected all the techniques and saw it which one is the most used and I read in that order. I grouped techniques which are similar and I read about them. So approaching the same and different perspective gave me more insights. So things like that could help.
That's a really interesting tip which you have shared, Gomti. And yeah, I completely agree with you. Adaption is the key over here. So find out which particular study method works for you and go with it, and you will be able to crack it. Anything else which you want to share, Gomathy? Any other insightful details which you want to share with us?
Nothing. I just want to thank Techcanvass for this journey. I think initially when I took, I was not very sure, but the moment I completed and I shared that details with the my trainers, I think it was the whole journey was memory for me. I think from where I was to where I am today, completing this, so this really gave me confidence to take up anything like, will I be able to give this? Now I am confident I'll be able to give this. I think people need this kind of reassurance to themselves about their capability. And this is one such thing that they should, if they have it in their bucket list, it is something they should plan it for its own.
Thank you, Gomathy. Thank you for your time, and it's a wrap for us. And have a wonderful career ahead. All the best for your career. Have a great day too.